It's a little dry. Should I tip that? Smooth, are you ready? I'll give it a shot too. You know what? It's really dried out. There's something wrong. Okay, listen. Maybe this needs a little flexing. Fam. House cleaning is underway. You guys follow, what's his name? Is it Joe? Anyway, one of my favorite guys on Instagram who's always doing these videos. He's got Shanahan running down the street. He's juggling like Schneider in one hand and Sorenson in the other. You can see he's going out to the curb to put the stuff in the trash. I'm thinking this before I see the video, but we're all on the same page. Throw that bleep out of here, The 49ers, they did dismiss special teams coach Brian Schneider, demoted DC Chris Sorenson. Sorensen's liable to stay around with us for a lot longer, though. Shanahan does like him. You can really tell because he's going to make way for him. I'll get into that. But I'm surprised, said no one, that the 49ers special teams coach Brian Schneider was going to be fired. In fact, we'd heard waves about that midway through the season. They were saying things like they were going to have to stay with him for the rest of the season. William Roberts, I was just noticing a little bit of what your conversation was. William, are you, hang in there, man. From what I could just, you're a man on a mission. Okay, get it done, babe. Get it back. I know you got to go, okay? But I just want you to know I support you with everybody else, fam. All right. Anyway, most likely believe that Schneider is done with special teams. We've been crying about special teams for how many years? It goes back, after Tony Montana, it's been downhill ever since. What may have surprised near half of the Niner Empire is that Chris Sorenson was demoted from the DC position. And I know Papa Dragon loves this. Pop puts everybody, the Cabo clique is invulnerable to anything that's going to bad happen. Yeah. So I was going to get, I don't know, Chris Sorenson, I thought he might have been in the clique. But Deebo is. You know about Deebo, right? Deebo ain't going nowhere. They assured everybody that. Okay, I'll get it. Shannon dropped no clues about the thing with Chris Sorenson, but he did with special teams group. Jake Moody alone was going to get somebody fired. That's just the way it has to be. When people start messing up, you look to who's in charge here. The hammer had to fall somewhere for the Niners' disappointing 2024 season, and it started with the gentleman in charge of the worst departments in Santa Clara. To the phones we go tonight, fam, for your 2 cents on the drama that has unfolded so far out of Niners Central Santa Clara. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia just joined us very well. Hi, Cynthia. John Lynch says the 49ers will release Javon Hargrave. Or should I? Yeah. Javon. Yeah. We called it. We called it after he got hurt. What do we say? Because we have no sympathy or empathy toward players in the NFL. We said things like, he ain't stopping the run, and he ain't making out all that many sacks. Hell, we need him for all that money. Okay, I guess they were listening. Or they were saying it before we did. You get players in, and you can evaluate them after a short while in the NFL. And here's the thing. Dre Greenlaw remains under contract until March, right? Fam. After which he becomes a free agent. We all know his future, or anybody else, with an expiring contract with the Niners is uncertain. It's just the way it goes. It's the NFL. Nobody's guaranteed nothing unless you sign a contract that says so. But a recent social media post, right? You saw it, right? Has sparked speculation that Dre might have already got word that he'll have a head start on everybody else towards getting a fresh start with another NFL team next year. The post that has people wondering what's up. Well, this situation was shared by Fred Warner's wife, Sydney. Sydney! Highlighted a surprise gathering for Greenlaw's fiancée, Michaela Gallagher? Sydney, who told you this? The content video are per Taylor Worth of NBC Sports Bay Area. The caption hinted at a possible farewell, reading, POV, your team didn't make the playoffs in the NFL. Free agency is taking your best friend to another team, and we are all severely unwell, unquote. Sydney, where'd you get this information? And the bit of footage looked real, and it raised questions. I broke out into a sweat when I first saw it. I said, "Where'd she get that? Who told her that?" Whether the 49ers, did they express concerns to Greenlaw about retaining him, or did Jay just come in the house one day and say, "Yo, babe, I don't even know if I'm gonna be here next year. Like, we may be. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen today." And Cindy took that before the conclusion was made. Maybe, despite all of this, so John Lynch recently shared a desire to keep Greenlaw in a Niner uniform, saying, "We love Dre and we're interested in keeping him here for a long time. He's a special player, so we'll let that take care of itself as time progresses here." Coach Shanahan expressed the same thing while discussing Greenlaw and safety Talanoa Hufanga as well, saying those are two of the better players I've been around and two of the better players on our team, and two of the main reasons we've had the success here we've had. Shanahan recently said, quote, "Hopefully we can do everything we can to work out keeping them here because they're as much of an example of 49ers as anyone I can think of," unquote. Sydney, you need to calm down. Fred, talk to wifey, man. What is she doing? They said it again today. No. We're going to do our very best to keep him. Oh. But still makes you nervous, right? We've heard John Lynch talk like this before. We need Dre Greenlaw, fam. Javon Hargrave, fine, but no. You got to keep Dre. He is the pulse of rage and savage aggression. He is the exclamation point in that defense. Top quotes, John Lynch. "We know Brock Purdy's our guy. We want him on the 49ers for a long, long time." Unquote. Shanahan has stated in the past, fam, "My number one goal is to not lose on special teams." So this has been, Schneider's been pissing him off probably for some time now. Kyle, he sucked last year. Why did you even bother to do it again this year? Brian Schneider, you were making that goal impossible to ascertain, so goodbye. December 28th, Shanahan said, "I think Nick has done a good job as a coach." Is a quote. "No one's happy with our results by any means. I've watched him adjust to a bunch of different situations on a couple of games when there wasn't much of an answer, and he still had to go try to find one. So I think this year was good for him. I know he is going to be a good coach and better for it going forward." So John, he's not leaving. It's probably going to take up the space that Schneider was clogging up. What worries me about that, though? Sorenson came from the same organization. Now, Schneider came from the Seahawks and came over here and blew our operation. Sorenson was over there as well as an assistant. I'm a little concerned. It may be time to just wash hands of people that came. I'm not. The Hawks have here's what I don't understand. The Hawks have a nice, they have a good special teams. What is the problem with? It just says it's not applicable in San Francisco. I don't know. My favorite. Somehow a conclusion was made that kicker Jake Moody could benefit from a fresh start. Hopefully, I was thinking to another team. That rhetoric, of course, implied that Schneider may have been part of what Moody's problem was. Okay, you got rid of Schneider. Let Moody go with him. I'm not usually like this about the players. Moody got on my last nerve. He says he still has pain in his foot. He got hurt and he wasn't the same afterward. Then they looked into the situation. Well, maybe it could be the kick, the snap, and the place. There's all kind of reasons being given. Pop, is he part of Cabo? Shanahan, as you know, showed special teams coordinator Brian Schneider after 3 seasons, something during Monday. They showed him the door, which begs the question of could that be the fresh start and reset that Moody appears to need as his focus turns to his 3rd season. So we're going to experiment a 3rd year. What if it fails? There's Jake out there. We're going into week 10, fam. We got a 1-game lead on this division. And here comes Jake. I know what you're saying. With the schedule we got, if we only got a 1-game lead on the division, we need to be losing. But I'm thinking, here comes Jake Moody. And all of us do the same thing. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. Oh. Jake Moody trots out on the field. And there's a snap, a hold. He misses wide right. Oh, Jesus, Jake. I knew this guy. God, get that shot. How many times did you go through that last year? Oh. This is all amazing to me considering Moody's like, our boy ranked 33rd in the NFL in field goal accuracy. 33rd. Among all kickers who made 10 or more field goals this season, which in itself is amazing to me because there's only 32 teams in the NFL. And he ranked 33? Oh, fam. Also, you may have already heard the Niners needed a kicker after the 2022 season, and Schneider was among those with the organization who actually identified Moody as far and away the best option available in the 2023 NFL Draft. We now know that's a damn lie. He used a third-round pick on him, on the strength of his expert opinion. Whew, man. Well, anyway, Sorenson's probably gonna, he's gonna be retained on the staff most likely. If he does choose to remain with the organization, he could be a candidate to take over for that vacated spot of special teams. But as I say, Sorenson was assistant special teams coach for 3 years with Seattle Seahawks, 2013-2015. He was special teams coordinator of the Jaguars in 2021. Eric, you talked to me about Sorenson and special teams because I forgot about that period, how good the special teams was or not. Meanwhile, the search is on for a new DC. There are a few attractive options for the 49ers to now consider for the DC role. Shanahan has a few familiar options who could be candidates to lead the Niners defense next season, including former Niners linebacker. How do you feel about Jeff Ulbrich? He most recently, the Jets said goodbye to him. Boy, the Jets, boy. Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to get started on them. Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh, Ulbrich. Let's see, who else? There's another. Gus Bradley. Between Bradley and Saleh, I got a feeling. Ulbrich, I really pay much attention to him as a coach. But Shanahan and President of Football Operations General Manager John Lynch will explain. They explained it today, actually. Their position on most of these things. You probably watched that already. I'm not going to get into all that because it'll take me all day. I don't want to do that. I want you on the phone right now. So, fam, touch upon it. Arrakib. Pray for LA, Ronbo. My town is on fire. Rakeem, you know what? I got to tell you, though, man. I don't know about Minnesota, though. Sam Darnold, everything Emilio ever said came true while I was watching that game. I don't believe they're going to look like that 2 weeks in a row, though. I really don't. You know what's so funny? It's being pointed out to me, he's not talking about the team. He's talking about the Wildfires. Fam, everybody prayers up for LA. That fire has taken out some people already, and it's January, though. That's what things that shocks me. Thanks for the contribution. I can't believe a fire that hot in January and getting started to begin with. Somebody set that fire. You guys still have LA. I guess it's sunny all the time. You guys still have dry tinder. Wow. Steven.
Man, you always catch me when I'm out and about.
All right, we can go back.
No. It's good. It's good. I'm all good. I got my stuff ready.
All right.
I'm heading back to my car right now.
All right.
So what are we talking about?
You're doing the Ellis,
Bowman's in the run?
I'm sorry, say again?
Well, I said the fact that Navarro Bowman's in the run for being DC. Or
I didn't hear Bowman's name.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I just went through the dailies here just a little while ago, and I see Bradley, Ulbrich. I didn't see. Wow, can Navarro handle that job?
He was the Chargers linebacker coach. I think he can.
We'll see.
So my opinion, I think. However, this is a big slot to fill. Last time we had someone who played very aggressive defense as linebacker. His name was D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah. True.
So we're talking like a really nasty linebacker. Imagine what kind of influence he would have on Warner, Dre, and D. Winters.
Something like D'Amico.
That's what I'm hoping. So if they could get Navarro Bowman in the building and say, yeah, let's do it, great. If not, then Robert Saleh would probably come back. My worst fear is apparently they said another person is in the running, and it's Brandon Staley.
I was thinking about that too, yeah. I didn't even mention him. I can't see it. Or else he would have been it before now.
They were not good when he was the Chargers were not good when Staley was being head coach, and the defense wasn't any better either. So I'd rather not. But Clay Kubiak being offensive coordinator, I'm all 100% for. Because Clay Kubiak, I don't know if you know this, he's the only guy that will tell Kyle no.
And Kyle has enough respect to listen. So.
Yep. So I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that Clay Kubiak got promoted. I'm 100% with that. Contract talks, they said that they're going to prioritize Dre Greenlaw. I don't know if you guys heard, but that's the talk right now.
I did.
Because they asked, what are you going to do about Dre Greenlaw? They said, we're going to do everything we can to keep him.
Right.
Cool.
But see, here's the thing. Fred's wife freaked everybody out with a going away party for Dre's wife. And I mean, his lady, his fiance. So everybody's like, whoa. Because it seemed like, did Dre come home afterward and say, hey, I don't know, Sydney, we may be moving. But, that's the kind of talk that maybe every NFL player does before he signed his next contract. Sydney's out doing going away parties. I said, whoa. Why?
That's why I'm like, damn it. But here's the thing. If Dre is smart, stay off social media. Don't let her get on social media. And if she is to go on social media, just post minimal. Because if I swear to God, Ronbo, I'm pretty sure me and you, and the rest of the faithful are tired of the players' wives running their mouths and causing all sorts of fucking drama. And then all of a sudden they get signed a lucrative contract and they don't do shit. Not saying Dre might be one of those people, but, we didn't think the same thing about Brandon Ayuk until he did it. And look at how badly he performed before his injury. So, hey, let me remind everybody, we also picked up a wide receiver, Isaiah Hodgins. That's a great signing. Okay. That is a phenomenal signing.
You like him? We also picked up a cornerback.
Perfect hands.
All right.
All
right.
Perfect hands, Ronbo. Perfect hands. He hasn't dropped a single pass. Hey, the only reason why his wide receiver rating is down is because he had Daniel Jones for a quarterback.
Wait, he had who?
Daniel Jones as a quarterback.
Oh, he's from the Giants, right?
Imagine it. He's a good quarterback now, Ronbo, and he got open with the Giants. If it comes to the Niners, he's going to get open even more.
Yeah.
He's got less pressure on man.
And we need depth. All
I'm saying is, so far, the offseason has been pretty good.
Listen, I was waiting for you to say, though. I noticed you're sidestepping one thing. I was waiting for you. You heard about Deebo, right?
Yeah.
I thought about you.
No, honestly, I think it's probably just going to be smoke and mirrors. Like, we're going to keep him, and then once June 21st hits, they're going to find a way to get rid of him.
Keep your fingers crossed.
I don't see Deebo get back in shape. I just don't. I just don't see him getting back into shape or doing good. It's just the way it is.
No.
If that's the way they're going to turn the fat, I'm all for waiting up until that point.
Well, there you go. We're gonna go now, fam. I tell you what. We're in the middle of the week. It's already end of the week coming up. I'll see. I'm thinking, what are we gonna do Friday? Are we gonna laugh about the Rams? We can't laugh about LA.
We're gonna laugh about the Rams.
Yeah. Wait, say again.
Yeah, no matter which way they were going to lose regardless. So the fact that we're talking all that shit, hilarious. Oh, you're going to play the Lions? Oh, no, you're going to play the Vikings. Either way, you're going to lose. Go on. Pack it in, get ready to go.
All right, Stephen.
Have
Go
a
ahead,
good night, Ronbo.
get that stuff home. I'll see you Friday.
I'll see you Friday, Ronbo. Have a good
All right,
night.
fam. Appreciate you. Night. Man. Aaron O-double-A. That is really bad. I didn't even notice that until now. I can't scream.
What's up, Ronbo?
Man, we're just checking out here with some of the goings on. You know, Purdy's our guy, and we're just motivated to get him signed quick. Kubiak's the new OC. How many people have been crying about, we need an OC, man? Kyle's overworking himself. He can't do it all. And if he's trying to do it all, he ain't doing none of it good. You know, so I'll take care of that. And Kyle might, you know. Also, 49ers will do everything they can to bring Dre Greenlaw back, in spite of Sidney throwing going away parties. Ben, go ahead, jump on in because there's so much stuff. I didn't go through everything. Anything you want to touch upon, jump right on here.
Yeah, like on the Drake Greenlaw situation, like I think last year, remember when BA's girlfriend say that they may not come back? Well,
I know, right? They just, God, be
it's the same thing.
God,
That
you just calm down.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
she just made assumptions,
I think that
I
as
guess.
a grain of salt.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, like I take that as a, as a grain of salt.
Because in the film, I noticed Dre wasn't there. None of the guys were there. Just the girls having a party. I said, y'all,
Right.
why don't y'all? Who told you this? God, that was disturbing.
So I don't know, but I think last night the 49ers fired Nick Sorenson, which I wasn't surprised.
Nah. I mean, when I think about it, I shouldn't have been surprised either. But Kyle was talking like he's gonna give him another year to grow into the position, of which we do not have time. So I mean, like he and Sharp says, I'm getting tired of watching this revolving door with DCs coming in and out. This is what one of our biggest problems is. We can't sustain one flow. Every time you look up, we get real good. All right, he's off to be the head coach. Also off the way to be a head coach. He's earned it. Excuse me? Well, now what do? We end up with the Wilkes, the Sorensons, and I don't know who's going to be next. They haven't made up their mind yet, but it's frightening. Can we, the best teams in the league, the DC stays with him for a little while? Oh, this is not
right. I mean,
working for me.
I guess the reason Kyle hired Sorensen last year was because they were really targeting at Jeff Albrecht, but since he stayed with
You like
Jets,
Gus? You like Gus as well?
Kyle said, you know what? I just going to have to hire Sorensen. So he ended up with Sorensen last year, but it didn't work out because he didn't have the experience.
And with this team, you better have. But I thought he'd been around with the 49ers long enough to absorb what we do. And then we hear about the guys out there saying, well, we got a lot of communication problems out there. And even Sorensen admitted to it. I said, we don't do the ironing after you leave the house with the clothes on and they still needed ironing. This is not something that we should be having a problem with. This is the 49ers. This is not the way we work. I was really disappointed in reading that.
Yeah.
That they even had that problem. And Nick, what did Nick say? He's a good coach, but it's not my call. Nick, you already know, don't you? See, little hints were dropped as soon as Nick said that. Because you know how Fred is. Fred says, well, no, actually, in this situation, all the blames will be put on the coach, but it's not really him, it's us. Fred is the nicest dude on the friggin' planet. No matter who's wrong or whatever, Fred is going to take the onus is going to be put on himself. He never designates blame in any other direction. If things are going bad, Fred feels like he's the whole reason why we lose games. Fred says the defense wasn't doing enough. I said, Fred, boy, you know, I'll play with you any day of the week, man, all day long. Got your back forever. You will never throw your boys under the bus. He is amazing. But I'm glad we got people like Nick to let everybody know that ain't true. This is not us. So, good. But we'll get it straight.
But, yeah, and John Lynch said they're planning to bring back Deebo Samuel.
Steven? So Steven probably just ran over something. Steven, man, easy. Steven's driving now. You know how he feels about Deebo. And then the 49ers went ahead and confirmed that Deebo ain't going anywhere. And, you know, hey, Double A, they don't lie about these kind of things. They tell you, right, Javon's not coming back. Deebo is. Hilarious.
I know, right? Yeah, and I think, you know, also John Lynch said, like, they also had 10 picks this year, and they had a pretty good draft class this year, so they got to continue to build a really good draft class.
Yeah, because last year, if they outdo last year, I'll be the most satisfied 49er fan on the planet. They did good, and I didn't even know it because I don't watch college football enough. Did you know those kids we picked up were that good?
No.
I tell you, especially Renardo Green. Renardo, you can play, can't you? You look polished too for a rookie who was working out all season for the draft, and come right in here and looking good. Mustafa, damn! I can't wait to see what he looks like. Green and Mustafa, those are two boys there right there. I can't wait to see what they look like. Okay, Pony, I need a dog on the defensive line. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they got to continue to build that O-line because I think there's a good chance Brando could be cut before free agency.
Really?
So.
But they'd have to. Oh,
yeah.
And if Nick Sakel, because they've been grooming him for the center spot anyway. Sakel's huge. So, if they can make that move smoothly, that'd make all the difference in the world. Because bringing in a rookie in the draft is going to take him a while to adjust. I don't feel like waiting on that.
I mean, yeah, because, and also, Hargrave's supposed to be cut post-June, so I'm expecting him to pick up a D-line in the draft.
Yeah, you know, but Lynch says he's not open to bringing Hargrave back. But what that says, he can come back, but he's not coming back for that same amount of money. So if we renegotiate a contract with him, if he's willing, that's pretty much what those between the lines is saying.
Yeah.
But, I don't think so. I'm with you. I mean, I agree. Give me something on the draft that amazes me. At pick 11, Double A, are the 49ers going to pick up an offensive lineman or defensive lineman? It's going to be one or the other. What do you think?
I mean, I think they're going to pick a D-line.
Everybody knows Lynch. He's a defensive mid. He likes, and I got no problem. If you can find somebody to help Nick stop that run, I'm not mad at the guys we had this year, but I'd like to get me a nice fresh dog that's gonna grow in the system, and him and Nick grow old together on that line, and give me a couple of more flags or a couple of more trophies to put in that showcase, and so the Rams can shut the bleep up. So that's all I need. They're like, we're gonna go, fam. I'll see you Friday. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night.
Thanks, fam. Night. And let's go out now to Tennessee. Papa, MG man, I'm trying to support your team, man. You need to lighten up with the nasty shots. What was that now? Papa, I can't holler, man. But Papa D, Come on in here, man. I have to be civilized tonight because my throat is something wrong with it. Thanks. Do it for me, fam. Woo!
Well. The 49ers have spoken, and I'm afraid that some of my 49er brothers and sisters are all just drinking the Kool-Aid, and they don't realize that it's been sweetened with NutraSweet.
That's poison.
You know, Ronbo.
Yeah.
What I got out of today's press conference was I heard a lot of stuff that I wanted to hear.
Of course.
Which means that they wanted me to hear it. I didn't see any kind of conviction towards it, because if there was any kind of conviction towards it, Sorenson would have been fired.
Ooh.
Period. In the NFL, you do a bad as job as he did, you're gone. To consider him for special teams coach after he did it for 1 year in Jacksonville, in which case,
what did he look like in Jacksonville? I was going to ask Eric about when he was with the Hawks, but what looked like he was only an assistant.
First of all, he didn't earn the job. The special team coach quit right before the season started, so he was like the default leftover guy.
In Jacksonville, you mean, or Seattle?
Jacksonville.
Whoa.
Jacksonville is where he was the special teams coordinator, and Jacksonville at that particular time ranked 24th in the league.
Oh.
So what that tells me is that Kyle is very loyal to his friends, and he puts his friends above winning. Right? So if you're gonna fire Wilkes after having the number 2 ranked defense, and let this buster get all the way to the end of the season and don't even fire him, just move him around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. What was our ranking? What our defense end up at? 20?
It was 22.
I knew it. 20-something. That's not 49ers. That's not 49ers defense. That's not. Never. But that's
true. It's not going to be when you're running this defensive scheme that requires you to have 4 dominant dogs up front. Yeah. You know, we are a long way away from Armstead, Buckner, D Ford, and Bosa. We're a long way from that. Plus, if you've noticed in the last 4 years, what's changed in the NFL? The return of the running back has changed.
See?
The running back is back. Jack.
And for the last 2 years, really solidly. It was coming on as it was. But yeah, you got to have a running back now. You put that all the onus on the quarterback does not work. I knew it wouldn't.
Yeah, everybody was throwing the rock. The wide 9 works very good against a pass-oriented attack. But if you got some dogs up front, you know, if you're the Ravens,
everything works out well. Yep.
Right. If Kansas City runs the ball more now than they used to. So yeah, the players are going to start getting bigger again. Right now, players are light in the butt because they had to be quick and agile. And the 49ers are in a really, really bad spot. The reason why their spot's so bad right now is that, you know, it's one thing to worry about one side of the football. They have to worry about both lines of scrimmage moving forward. Both lines of scrimmage have to be attended to. And the fastest way to ascension for this football team is to get that D-line rebuilt as quickly as possible so they can get back to complementary football. Right? That's the fastest way. So we can all scream up and down about the offensive line. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're going to see...
Not in 1 year. No matter what they do.
You're going to see Burford start next year. They already said that Trent's coming back.
I knew that.
I'm just saying, that's what you're going to see. That is what you're going to see next year.
Now, wait a minute. Now, them 2 fellas they brought in here recently, I don't need to see Burford, do I really? Oh.
I'm just letting you know that Burford is one of the best guys they got compared to the scrubs that they have.
Damn.
And he should be better next year. Look, McKivitz did improve this year. He did improve.
Well, he didn't have nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, but he's still a scrub.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if he did anything, he
So
went up.
it improved. I give him credit. He did improve. But yeah, they definitely got to get that center spot squared away. So I kind of
But you know what, Pop? One thing though, and you know about this. Why don't you slide coverages and things like that? Slide protections. You know, I don't. When the 49ers play that basic mono con mono, there are things I need to see more chipping. If there's a guy that's kicking our ass, look, there's things we can do. Chris Forrester, I'm starting to question his work. You know, there's no reason why Brock Purdy should have been out there sprinting like that all damn day.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Ronbo. When we talk about the 49ers out here, you know, a lot of times we're talking about, you know, we're excited about defensive linemen going against them because they're just not good.
See?
So if that's the situation that you have, then you know you have a worldwide problem, and that equals 6-11.
Mm-hmm.
So while that is one of the problems, the other problem is they can be ran on.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So regardless whether we keep Greenlaw or not, they got to get that defensive line straightened out. And now, the other curious thing about the whole thing is this. I believe that Kyle Shanahan had some talking to. Someone talked to him.
He looked a little nervous today, didn't he?
Yeah, it didn't go well for Shanahan. It is one thing I took away from the press conference was when he said, Brock Purdy is going to be my quarterback for as long as I'm coach. That's what he said. How many years are left on this contract, Ronbo?
At least 2.
3 years.
Oh, 3 years. I thought, I knew. Okay.
They're going to sign Brock Purdy to probably $175 million 3-year contract. That's what it's going to look. That's what it's going to look like in reality. But it'll probably be like a 5-year deal or a 6-year deal. But they'll be able to get out of it in 3 years.
Yeah, with the options. Yeah.
Yeah. So to me,
That's
it
just
looks
to stretch out the money.
For all you haters out there on Shanahan, I'm not one of them. I definitely criticize him. And there's been times I've threatened to drop kick him in the balls. But I don't know the man personally, so I don't hate him. And am I ready for him to go? I was ready for him to go years ago. But the reality is that I really feel that he's going to be here at least 2 more years. In 3 years, if he's able to turn things around. And very, very big offseason for the 49ers this year. Very big offseason.
Wow, huge.
They need some distractions, Ronbo. They need to hire Joy Taylor and as a sideline commentator. She'll be on the sideline 1 week, and the next week she'll be in the booth. And the next week she'll be vice president of operations. They need some distractions, Ronbo. So Shanahan's got to be slick.
Can provide that for sure.
And then there's no guarantee that Salah's coming here. Salah right now is a head coaching commodity, and I guarantee he's going to get a lot of, okay, you know, we like your interview, sir. Can you come here and be our assistant head coach and be our defensive coordinator? He's going to get that kind of situation. And depending on where he gets that deal from, there's going to be a lot of money thrown at him. And listen, geography is everything for some of these people. If it's a team in Florida, 0 taxes. If it's a team in Tennessee, 0 taxes. If this is a team in Texas, 0 taxes.
And all that 3 of them are looking for people. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, not Texas. So, Dallas, Jerry Jones is not somebody you want to work for. Are the Texans having? The Texans need people?
The Texans seem to be they seem to be looking to me like they're going to make a move like Detroit, where they're going to just start collecting coaching talent from all over, like ex-NFL players, ex-coaches. They're going to start collecting talent, I think, because I think that they want to have as many people around D'Amico as possible, so that they can get over the hump.
It's amazing. It's amazing how when we get going, I can't stop. I'm loving it. But listen, Pop, we got a bookmark and go. I'll see you Friday. And God knows what's going to develop between now and the weekend. Nobody cares about the playoffs. It's all us teams that are not in the playoffs that's getting all the rave.
I care about the playoffs. I love the playoffs. Oh, the playoffs is my favorite time of the year.
The first week is all I'm concerned with.
On the line. Yeah. Somebody's going home mad. Oh, I love the playoffs.
LA. That will be fun.
You got college football playoffs tomorrow. In Friday. Oh, I'm fired up. I
All right,
can't wait
Bob.
for.
You
I wish
stay
Niners
pumped.
win.
I'm
Shout out
going to
to
see you Friday. All right.
yes.
Well, go ahead.
Shout out to production. Shout out to my 3 Tonys. Shout out to my man Jalen and Big Show. I know my boys are mad, and I get it. and a big old shout out to that beautiful bastard, 49er Brian. We out, Ronbo.
Yeah. Hey, Bob. Give my best to that awesome family of yours. I'll talk to you Friday. All right.
You got it, brother.
All right. And let's hear Charles. Charles, come on in, because I know you got nothing but good things to say about my boy Demote.
I mean, this situation is gone far past Demote, man.
It really has.
We bombed the season, and
Ooh,
hopefully,
bad.
I think signing Salah would, I mean, my God, infuse
That old homecoming feeling.
a little hope, man. I'm talking about. I think it would get the players hyped up. It would get the coaches hyped up. I mean, he's that much of a game changer. So I really hope he signs.
He's emotional too. I mean, Charles. Here's a guy that they have to hire somebody to hold him back off the field because he gets too excited. I like that kind of energy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I really hope we sign him. But
He's gonna get
I'm
offers.
hoping we get somebody. We get 2 guys in that can rush the passer, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we
yeah.
really need that.
Well, at least one guy to rush the passer, and somebody stop the damn run. Stop the
Oh, yeah.
run. Oh.
But I think the guys that we brought over from the Texans, they were supposed to stop the run, but I think, they got abused. The offense didn't score a whole lot.
Kept him out there
and
too long.
it just made I think that's what happened. So, we need more of a balance. We need to come back next year and be better. But we need a pass rush. We need somebody that's going to put fear in offensive linemen.
And the
And
quarterback
offensive
has to be
coordinator.
concerned at all times. Because if I got
Oh, yeah.
Nick on one side worrying me, and they got another guy on the other side worrying me, now I'm going to make mistakes. See, that's the 49ers we're doing in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, the draft is always fun. Free agency is always fun. You're always excited, about who could come over, and but the 49ers, they just seem to the guys they do pick in free agency, it just seemed to come up short. I mean, the guy that we signed from Philly,
J-Bond.
we gave him all that money,
And he did.
and he might as well have been a backup.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Rotational player. He was paid a
Last year,
rotational player that kind of money.
Last year in the Super Bowl, he'd even show up.
I know.
He'd
Now
even
that you
show
mention
up,
it,
man.
I forgot he was out there.
I did too. I'm like, hold on, why is Mahomes? Why is he giving? Why does he have 5 seconds to? Why is Bosa getting murdered, getting held? Where's our other pass rushers? For him, he was stuck.
Charles, I'm
was
starting to question the wide nine. I was for it in the beginning, but I'm not sure. Some of these players that are coming over from other places weren't that bad. And then when they come over to us, all of a sudden they look a little less. I don't get it. Is it the system? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when you don't, I think the one thing that we don't do stunts. We don't blitz a whole lot.
No.
And I don't know. I don't know why.
coverage.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't stunt. Other teams stunt, and they bring linebackers. We don't. We did that under the coach that was that went to the Texans. We did it under
D'Amico, yeah, D'Amico would call them up, dial them up. Yeah, he
D'Amico.
would.
Oh yeah,
at least
we did it
sometimes.
under him. Yeah, and we had a really good defense, but the last year it was pathetic, man.
2 years in a row where it's so defense. This is not what we do. 49ers, their whole identity is about that defense for the most part. Because the offense will take care of itself. All I need is CMC and Trent Williams. I already got Ricky Pearsall out there. The 49ers offense will be fine, but you got to get those guys back. BA, I expect halfway through the season. But the defense is what's got to do what they do in order to keep those guys on the field. the offense, the 49er offense on the field, and they will tear any team up. It don't matter who they are.
And the main generation, the main two generations, were the people that are 49er fans today are the ones that were born in the 60s and 70s. And we've seen this team, be flipped, turned upside down, have success, and have failing seasons. We don't really want to see the draft. we want to see Super Bowls and success. That's what we want to see.
I mean, it was like that for too long.
We're sick and tired of drafting J.R. McQuarters and Ahmed Plummer and Solomon Thomas. We're sick and tired of seeing Mike McGlinchey. I mean, we got the 11th pick. I think we drafted Mike McGlinchey 13. With the 11th pick 5 years ago, and
it was 13. That's why I was sick, because 13's a bad number, and Vita Vea was in that draft. I was keeping my fingers crossed. Maybe they pick up Vita Vea. No.
Oh my God.
49ers select Notre Dame tackle Mike McGlinchey. Who?
Oh yeah.
Who's that?
When I saw his tape, man, everybody in our generation, guys who were born in the 70s and early 80s or 80s period. I mean, we've played Madden so much. We know what a good. We've watched film. We've followed the draft so much. We've seen tackle after tackle come out, and we know what a good tackle is. Man, when I saw his film and Notre Dame and how he struggled during pass rush, I said, man, he gonna get ate up.
He's got coordination.
I don't know how's he doing in Denver.
Well, you know what? He had a decent year. They called Mike was doing a good job. I read a couple articles. You can't be talking about the same Mike McGlinchey that I know. So. Yeah,
I know. So I don't know. But he was horrible for us, so that's all we can go off of.
Well, Charles, I don't get to talk to you enough. We got to go now, but listen, get it back here Friday, because there's going to be all kind of drama between now and opening day next year. I can see right now.
Oh, yeah.
See, boy.
Yeah, but if we get Saleh in, man, I'm telling you.
They got to do it quick, too. That's going to be a decision they got to make soon. They can't wait all day to hire DC, because he's got to get in there and get with his people. It's got to be way before the draft.
Yeah. All right, Ronbo. You have a good night.
Charles. Hey, Charles.
I'll talk to you later.
Appreciate you, fam. Good hearing from you, too.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later. Night, Charles.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, yo, Serge. Hey, Serge, get in here. Serge,
What's up, everybody?
Was that you in the chat that I accidentally blocked the other day?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah, because I was
going
after this
I go
other...
I go under Heartless.
Oh, Heartless, right. I was after this other piece of crap Ram fan, and I accidentally hit Serge. Oh, that can't be Serge. Ah, Jesus. So that's why don't get mad when you get to eliminate a troll, because you end up getting your own guys. So I thought that was you I was going to pull. I'm so glad you were back. All right, Serge, the Serge that I accidentally knocked off. You just heard the story. It was an accident. Get back in here. I will never do that again. Hey, Serge, go ahead, man. What you got on your mind, man? We got all kind of stuff going on. What are you thinking?
Well, I haven't called the last couple of weeks, Ronbo, because honestly, I didn't want to talk about the season. I wanted to talk about.
I understand why too.
Off season, moving forward, what we need to do. We definitely need to start signing people ASAP, like Greenlaw, Brock, and get Saleh in here ASAP, because the conference that I saw with Kyle and John Lynch was. They seem like they wasted a year, you know. Well, not that they wasted it, but a year was wasted for us.
Well, yeah. This is supposed to be another deep
They want to get back
run.
On track.
Yeah. This is supposed to be another one.
They want to get back on track, and they didn't wait. Within 24 hours, they started just getting rid of people, and they're cleaning house. And
serious.
The next move they need to do is Moody, man. They need to get rid of him ASAP.
They're blaming Schneider, Serge.
Yeah, but I did hear that they're trying to get a veteran. They're not going to draft anybody. They're going to get a veteran.
Good.
Yeah, so
somebody who's experienced already showed you can do this. And we had a couple of guys in for Moody when he was out. They weren't bad. I don't know why Man, we'll see.
But I'm excited, man. I feel we're going to go back to our old roots. Our defense is going to be it's going to be great. Especially if Salah comes in, man. He's going to come in and go back to
together.
How we were, because he with the same guys that we have, and I'm sure Fred Warner is going to advocate and fight for Greenlaw to stay. Because they work really good
Sidney's
together.
the one who's getting rid of Fred. I mean, Dre, not Fred.
No, I'm saying Fred's going to fight. That's his brother, man. He's going to fight for him to stay. He's going to do everything he can,
And they know they're going to upset Fred. They're going to do their best. But if Dre asks for more money, because you know something, Serge, Dre can get paid from a lot of teams. That boy's vicious. So he's going to get some offers. But it's going to depend on who he likes to play with. Because remember, Jimmy Ward got offers from other teams, but he still wanted to come back to San Francisco. So I think Dre might be a similar.
Yeah, I feel Dre wants to be a Niner for just like Kittle wants to be a Niner. I don't feel Dre's about the money, man.
Being a Niner is a thing.
I feel Dre's more about his brothers and his family and winning,
And they ain't going to pay him real cheap anyway, so they'll give him a substantial amount. It's just still be those teams that want to outbid him. Because I think D'Amico would love to pay him. Can you imagine Dre and the killer they got over there now that used to be with us? What's his name? Anyway, the Texans with Dre and he's got a really funny name. I can't, it slips me right now. But anyway, put those two together. Man, the police would have to be waiting to take somebody to jail. Those two together would be ridiculous.
Ronbo, we have the weapons. We have the running backs. We have the quarterback. We have the receivers. We have defense. We have a lot of weapons.
We got all you need. You just need to be
little
healthy.
pieces here and there.
Aziz,
I feel they need to. I feel that they need to build that offensive line, because if they're going to pay Brock Purdy all this money, we need to defend that. We need to protect them.
Yeah.
So, and not only that, the more time he has to throw the ball or even get out of the pocket, we're gonna be a dangerous offense. And Brock didn't have time. That's why he got hit a lot, and that's why a lot of balls were tipped or overthrown, because he just can't.
And also,
he don't have time.
He didn't have CMC or BA, which also makes it easier for him to get rid of the ball quickly. These are things that people, you can't carry the offense. No, that's not the way it works. No quarterback's going to go out there and do well with no protection. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. We've already seen that proven too many times. Doesn't matter what your name is. Mahomes, we see what happened to him in that Super Bowl. He was on his horse all day, got beat to death. Tom Brady's went to the same thing. That's why he wanted out of New England. Quarterbacks got to have somebody protect them.
Yeah, and I think that would really help us a lot, especially if we get our weapons back. But we just need to get
Detroit versus everybody.
Man, you know what's going to happen? Detroit's going to join everybody in their couch.
I like that.
That's what's going to happen.
I say that honestly. If Detroit's got the home field advantage now, they look like a different team in Detroit. I don't see anybody beating them. In fact, if Jalen Hurts ain't ready to play, Detroit's going to run them off the field too. Anybody else that comes in there is meat. The way they handle the Vikings ain't as bad as Detroit made them look. They just turned it up another notch.
Shocked. I watched that game and I was shocked. I'm like, what? The Vikings are not doing nothing. I'm like, damn, okay.
They couldn't.
But you never know, man. Anything could happen in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? The Broncos could come in here and take over, or Chargers could come in here and take over. It's just, you never know, man.
Next year for both teams, Patrick and John, Buffalo and Kansas City, they're going to drop a notch next year. I don't know what this Baltimore's weird. They were better last year, it seems, than this year. But they're hard to figure. We'll see.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm excited because even though we had a horrible season and we dropped to last place in our division, that's going to really help with the schedule next week.
It already did.
And I forgot where I saw it, but somebody was showing that. Yeah, I saw the teams that we're going to be playing next year. I'm like, if that schedule is true, man, I see us possibly going undefeated, but I'm not going to go overboard.
15
But
and
we
2,
might end up losing maybe like 2 games
2.
next year.
Provided
they
don't get hurt. If everybody gets hurt like this year,
yeah, as long as they don't get hurt.
But if everybody stays on the field, at least 90% of them, look out, the red and gold steamroller is back.
Yeah, man. I really can't wait. And Ricky's going to freaking step it up even more next year because I'm sure Kyle's going to build some game plan to use Ricky, in a lot of plays like he did with CMC when he came in. Yeah. And, man, I can see Ricky doing a really good season next year.
Yeah.
Kyle's
going to change some things.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
We all are. All right, Vim.
Yeah.
Good to hear from you, Serge. Man, I'll see you Friday. All right. All
right, for sure. Oh, and I heard one last thing. Ricky wants to meet with the guy that shot him in the chest. Let's see how that goes.
He's already given him forgiveness. Nice.
Yeah, he wants to forgive him. So I'm excited for that. For Ricky, Ricky has a good heart.
We got a lot of guys like that in this team. All right, Serge.
We need it.
Friday, fam.
All right, guys. Have a good night, man. Let's get excited. We get back Friday.
Can't wait because ain't no telling what's going to happen.
All right, see you Friday.
All right, fam. Night.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Good night. Let's go Niners.
In fact, I suspect. How soon do you think the 49ers are going to make this DC? Because they can't drag ass on this. Because they got to get that done. They got a lot of things to get done. Get Brock signed. Because Brock's already said, look, I don't want to be lollygagging around a long time. I want to get into camp and get ready to go. I'm glad he's got that attitude. So the 49ers, he shouldn't have said that, though, because now the 49ers might try to do him. He'll get 55 minimum. Eric.
Yeah,
especially with the 49ers talking to him. Eric, how you doing, man?
Eric, I'm doing good. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, man. You become one of my best buddies now, man. Knocking off the Rams just made my day this past Sunday. I mean, Rudy tried to start with, he tried over next, and I cut him right off. Don't you dare say anything about, oh, no, it was just a game. We were resting up our players. He knew. Last year we did that, and the Rams beat us, right? Second half, we beat their ass in the first half, as usual. And then the second half, we sat everybody down, and the Rams made a comeback. Oh, but you shut up. I mean, seriously, grow up.
Yep.
So, I was waiting for it.
Yeah. I tell you, an answer to your question about
Sorenson. Oh, yeah. Both.
He's pretty good. I mean, I guess Richmond had worked better. I think what kind of helped him out, but he might be the owner or the general manager's son, maybe.
Wait, who, what?
He might be John Schneider's son.
Really? I bet you're right.
I believe so, yeah.
That's the owner, right?
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that.
So, that kind of helped him out.
But you guys didn't have a bad special teams. You beat us a game with your special teams.
Yeah, we had.
I think it's between Pete Carroll. I think he didn't handcuff Schneider or give him restrictions, or as he was running something over with the guys. Carroll would never walk over and say, "Guys, I just saw that. Listen, I don't recommend we do that. How about let's alter that a little bit. Let me make an adjustment here. How about we do this? I think Kyle does. I'll bet you Kyle. A lot of people think Kyle's not doing anything out there, but just standing around their stomachs. But Kyle, he may be more of a control freak than we know, because I know he's a control freak when it comes to the quarterback. I'm not real mad at that because the quarterback usually does better than he would probably on his own. But there are certain coaches you need to leave alone. Give them the freedom to create. It's okay. And if it messes up, okay, but then you can now make an adjustment. But don't cut them off at the neck before you even get started. Or should I say at the knees? So.
Yeah, things are going good. I tell you, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that game on Monday night. See what they decide to do with that.
Yeah. Well, Monday.
Because
you know what, I already. It's gonna be similar to what you've seen when Miami came into LA. The Vikings are not as bad as what the Lions made them look like. The Lions played way over their head that night. They haven't looked like that in weeks since the beginning of the season. So I'm figuring the Vikings are pissed off at what happened last week. And if anybody thinks they're going to come in and lay down for the Rams, and they don't have to, the Rams don't have anybody who can cover Addison and Jefferson. Their pass rush is not bad, but I don't think it's going to look like the Lions' pass rush. Did you see the Lions' pass rush? That was just vicious. I've not seen that much energy in a pass rush. I mean, who else looked like that this year? I've not seen a team look like that. The Lions look like they were on drugs. In fact, if I were the Vikings, I would ask that they be called in for drug testing. My God, they look unleashed. So I don't think the Vikings are going to lose against the Rams.
It's going to be. I was hearing. I guess it's possible that they might move the game on Monday night out of LA and maybe down to Arizona if a fire keeps getting out of hand.
I forgot they might have to.
Yeah,
a fire like that in January. This has got to be a first. And I bet that was arson too. That is just not. The way that fire is burning, it looks like it was strategically set up so it would be out of control like that. Because usually by the fire department or whatever jumps on that before it gets out of hand like that, it looked like a movie out there. Cars parked, people running for their lives on foot. Damn.
Yep.
Anyway,
yep.
I hope it gets better soon. And we need rain. They need rain down there really bad, and now.
Yeah, but I was reading that today. In fact, I got family down that way. The good news is, from what my mom was explaining, my aunt is nowhere near. I think she's like nowhere near that.
Good.
Yeah. So as far as I know, everybody's okay down there. Yeah.
Man, they need rain down there really as quickly as possible. And because every fire department in the area is already over there, and they're still getting beat. God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at these disasters like this. We always get these big fires in Cali.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot happening. So who knows, bud?
I know. There's just no way to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
But Eric, you guys, any coaches leaving the confines of Seattle, or what's going on here, Jim?
All I know is that the offensive coordinator's gone.
Oh, that's right. What was wrong with your offense?
Yeah, I've heard about most I was kind of surprised about it, but I was reading some of the stats about like how we were on offense and not impressed.
Well, you guys have got those all-star running backs. You could have utilized that a little bit more, but otherwise, I don't know. Geno's throwing the ball way too much, though. That was one thing. So, God, Eric, we shot our clock. All right, Eric, be back Friday. Looking for you.
Yeah, well, I'll try and make it.
I hope you do. All right, I'm getting used to this. All right, Eric. Have a good night. Hey, yo, Lorenzo.
Hey, Ronbo.
Lorenzo, man, we sitting in here just like looking at everything that's taking place. So in 24 to 48 hours, the 49ers got all kind of action going on. I kind of expected it, but I didn't know they was going to move this quick. I mean, they're throwing people out, talk about people who ain't even going to get re-signed. There's Javon Hargrave sitting at home trying to rehab. I can see him sitting in the weight room, working his triceps, because tore his tricep. And we're releasing Javon Hargrave. What? They didn't even tell me. often wonder, do players find out second or third party that they just got a number done on them, before they call, and you call the office right quick. Yo, is John Lynch? I need to speak to John Lynch. Oh, he's out, sir. Who is this? Javon, man. Javon Hargrave. Mr. Hargrave, he did leave a message for you.
Yeah, this year is going to be. Yeah, this year is going to be way different than all the other years.
I know, man.
Because there's so many different X factors.
I know.
Like Shavarius, like his deal. You got Trent. I think he's just been gone more than on anyway. Might as well replace him.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, but you can't replace him. But at least get someone to repair.
I mean, like you say, we've had everything go wrong with everything that could happen to this team happen to it. I got my boys out on the street getting shot. When's the last time Lorenzo? When's the last time that happened?
Like even Hargrave, because he got hurt early in the season too. So we've been missing him all year. So I think stud defensive lineman and all that, but it'll be interesting. But then again, hell, we don't even know if we're all going to be alive tomorrow. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is like Shanahan said a few years ago. We don't know if we're going to be alive Sunday. That was the most brilliant answer to get out of answering the question I'd ever heard. I forgot what the question was. Shanahan, he had that look in his face when he said it, like he knew the world was doomed and about to end.
That's how I feel about this off season. Who the fuck knows?
I know. Good point.
It'll be kind of fun because they've got people, but they don't have people. Kind of thing. We have the talent, but do we get rid of him? Let him walk? Some of the youngsters come on. Only thing really certain on that is having Nick and Kittle,
Yeah, you got to have a nucleus.
Purdy.
You got to have a handful of people you can keep, and then everybody else is expendable. Who's a nucleus, though, Lorenzo? Who would you keep if you're going to keep like up to 8 or 9 players that you're just not going to move? Who would they be?
Well, obviously Purdy, Kittle, Bosa, and Fred.
Okay, hey, you got to think about what you're going to do on that left tackle, don't you? See, because I want to see what he looks like when he comes back next year. But Trent Williams is like a must in my book for the 49ers to actually do what they want to do.
Yeah, of the pricey ones you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have so I mean, it's just like I said, it's one of them fucking years, You're like, what the hell happened? You go out somewhere, leave your teenage kids home, you come back, you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Everything was cool when I left.
Yeah.
Then it just like everything just fell apart. It was a weird season.
I know.
Kind of different. I can just watch football now, instead of.
Well, it's always about the finances, It's always about the money. So
yeah.
And Dre Greenlaw, it's worrying me to death. The day they signed Greenlaw means a lot to that defense.
I think they kind of have to sign him for if they can, because I mean we lost since the Super Bowl. Since he went down, we lost that Super Bowl. That was one of the biggest reasons,
I know,
because he was shutting Kelsey down.
Kelsey was not getting away with nothing that day.
He wasn't doing shit, And then as soon as he went down, they started just
immediately they got back to being
And then when he came back this year, right away, he shuts down, a lot. He helps a lot, and I think, they got to get somebody in the middle there that's a badass,
I'm telling you right now, I know what I want. I want a big, crazy Polynesian, put him right there in nose tackle. If you come running up through there, we've already given him 007, Jack, license to kill. Come on in, because he is definitely not moving. That's why I wanted Vita Vea so bad that year. I knew he was what the 49ers needed. Run up over Vita
we need
Vea.
another dominant too, that.
I know, right? Pooney, an offensive lineman?
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, but man, now I know that boy can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But at the end of the year, I didn't even recognize half the players. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Got a lot of rookies
Who's
playing.
that? Yeah, a lot of rookies, So I'm kind of excited to see them next year too,
Yeah, they look good though,
That's
especially
true.
those secondary kids. They look good.
Yeah, secondary looks good. Maybe the linebacker and the center is kind of tough, but what's that guy from the Rams, Floyd? Yeah, he was serviceable.
Well, you know what's so funny about Leonard
but
Floyd? He had 9 sacks, I think, 8 or 9, 8.5. I didn't know he was that busy. Nick had 9. It didn't seem like it.
Yeah. No, because they didn't have any help,
Yeah.
I mean, it was like,
Yeah, Nick's supposed to be. That was low for Nick. That's as bad as he's. That's a bad season as Nick's had since he was a rookie. He did better now when he's a rook. So he's not happy.
how many games? 3 games. He missed like 3 games too, right?
Yeah.
Nick.
2 or 3
Yeah,
because
he
of that hip. So yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
He gets at least maybe 12. He missed 2 or 3 games. That's right.
Yeah, so he missed a little bit, and everybody just missed just enough to fuck up the season,
Yeah,
But that defense.
that's exactly right. Both offense and
Because
defense.
a lot of special teams fucked us a lot.
Oh, that's why Schneider's packing his
defense.
stuff.
Yeah. Defense would be like 3 and out, and then all of a sudden, boom, they come back with the shit. There goes the special team.
And gave the team great field position. Then you got Jake out there missing field goals right and left.
Yeah, so it was.
Well, Lorenzo, we're going to go. Lorenzo, I'll see you Friday. Always great to hear from you, fam. All right?
Yeah, looking forward to the offseason. Keep your chin up. Hell,
Yeah,
it's
it's
only a
going to be
game.
exciting.
That'll ruin your life.
Nah,
All
it's
right,
only
Rob.
football.
You'll have
All
a
right,
good night. Take it easy.
You too, fam. Rams are dangerous. Okay, you got 1 trophy in L.A., okay? I love what the Rams love to do. They love to decide how many trophies we have, what the dates are, the expiration on them. Take that, Rams fans, and shove it where the sun don't shine. Who died and left you guys in charge of Super Bowl trophies? Hey, Anthony, come on in.
What to do, Ronbo?
Man, we're sitting up here, man, looking at how quickly the 49ers are moving on this situation. I mean, yeah.
This year coming up,
Yeah.
49ers going to be real good, Ronbo.
Just like last time, after getting humiliated after the
You got
Super
to
Bowl.
understand, because we can all send them back, Ronbo. You know, John Feliciano coming back.
Oh, is he decided?
Y'all forget
I
he was
didn't
on
read
injured
fast.
reserve.
Feliciano's coming back?
Yeah.
Damn. I'm glad to hear that. I knew he had some football left in him.
They put him on injured reserve.
I thought he was quitting
And
after
number
this
2,
year.
Ronbo.
He'd do a better job than Brindle.
This draft right here coming up, Ronbo.
Yeah.
They loaded with defensive tackles.
Uh-oh.
Edge rusher.
Uh-oh.
They loaded, Ronbo.
You know what that means, don't you? Pick number 11.
Yeah.
The 49ers select with the 11th pick. Boom!
They got good edge rushers, too.
See, that's what we need. You can get
And
interior
Ronbo.
linemen. You can get interior linemen in the 2nd round, 3rd round maybe. But
Yeah.
that
And
beast
Ronbo.
off the edge, 1st round. Go ahead.
Ronbo. Did you not see what Kyle and them did?
With what? They've done a lot of few things. What?
Kyle knew. He knew he screwed up this year. That nigga went and got a wide receiver. Immediately. That's gonna
From the Giants. What's his
he's
name?
a Isaiah Hodgins. That boy is awesome. And his catch rating is ridiculous, Rambo.
How did we get him? How the Giants are cleaning house, aren't they?
I don't know how they got who. I mean, number 1, playing with John. He was flying behind. He didn't really get no playing this time. He was playing behind people.
Ah,
But when he did play,
Okay.
Rambo,
Yeah.
he got for sure hands, Rambo.
That's
And he 6'4".
Oh, Lord. Finally. How many years have you been wanting to get a long receiver? This is wonderful news.
Rambo, I've been dying for it, Rambo.
He's got a block, though. He's as big as George Kittle.
Oh, Rambo, he's on block of Rambo. He be out there pancake people like George Kittle.
Oh, man. You know who's going to get along? Boy, him and JJ. Can you see fights going on both sides of the field? Because JJ, he doesn't care. I'm coming through here, bruh. And if you got a problem with
Rambo,
that, you can just let me know right now.
Rambo, the boy is a red zone killer.
All right.
And what one thing we were struggling in last year, Rambo?
Red zone.
Scoring in the red zone.
I know.
I told my home here for another fact. I said, man, did you see Kyle not waste no time? He is dressing.
Every issue.
Quick. Yeah.
Got rid of the bad coaches. Yeah, like I said, picked up a couple players already. And now you're telling me that Feliciano's coming back next year? I didn't notice that.
Special teams hurt those bad, Rambo.
I'm worried about next year anyway, though, until I see something different. Special teams are making a problem for us for years, fam. This ain't the first year.
I like Clay Kubiak as our offensive coordinator.
Yeah, because he knows what Kyle's cooking. It's just an offshoot of Kyle. Anyway. He can do the play calling too.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Kyle gonna help.
What, Kubiak? This is the Kubiak family is they're the ones who invented this offense. Him and Kyle's dad.
That's right. That's what I said.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
we go in the season. We get come back with a lot of our players healthy, and the rookies, they was already playing good, Remo, and to get thrown in the fire like they did, Remo,
and respond the way they did,
the game gonna slow down for them. That's right. And perform the way they perform, Remo, the game gonna slow down a little bit better for them.
I tell you, I just gotta get Mustafa. We got to beef him up a little bit, but because I want him to be able to keep that same speed. My God, he's got cat-like quickness.
Yeah, man. What?
So Bernardo Green, Demote. We need another cornerback. We picked up a kid though. We'll see what he looks like.
I think Rambo. If we go in this draft, Rambo, if we can get a lockdown cornerback, we in there.
That would be in the first round. You probably couldn't. Well, there's been some good cornerbacks found by accident because they got overlooked somehow and did a good job. Like another Deebo.
Rambo, this draft is loaded with cornerbacks, man.
I remember the year before. Was that 2 years ago? There was all kind of
quarterbacks.
What year was that Surtain and Sauce came out of?
This draft player right here, Rambo, they got a whole lot of cornerbacks, man.
That's the way it works.
Get in the second round and third round.
Yeah. Anytime the league is all about throwing the ball, but what's so funny? Running backs. What's that? Didn't you tell me about a running back?
Yeah.
The other day, didn't you tell me about a sensational running back just the other day?
Sean Gentry from Boise State.
Boise State. That's the name I've heard. See,
Cam Scatterbo.
See, I like the name.
Cam Scatterbo. That's the one Chris McCaffrey been talking about.
His name is Scatterboo?
Cam Scatterbo.
I love the name. He's got to be a good football player.
Rambo, boy. Rambo, between him and Ashton Gentry, that boy from Boise State, they say, and one of them, they say they wouldn't be mad if nobody took them boys in the first round. That's how good they are.
Damn. See, because I want to, how the Falcons got Bijan, the Lions got Sonic. Man,
Yeah.
I want one of them. Because Gabby does what he does very well, but I need that guy that's so damn quick.
You know, Rambo, the running back from Boise State used to be a line. He used to play defense, Rambo.
Oh, but he's
Oh,
fast.
Rambo, he run that ball like Rambo. He run the ball like Saquon Barkley. I'm talking about running over people. I'm talking about jumping over people and all kind of.
Because the defender's going to train differently. He's going to get strong. But Anthony, we got to pull up.
Rambo,
listen, keep an eye on these
he's
things. I want to
huge,
be.
Rambo.
I tell you, I give me some more. I'm gonna see you Friday because I want to know who we're going to pick up in the draft and the possibility of. All right.
All right, Rambo.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Anthony. You know I do. See you Friday. Brendan Bean, you're so right. Rams are going to disappear as soon as they lose like they always do. Just go back into the bushes. Jalen, nah. I can't even holler. The G-Fam, wait. Yeah, no, I know. G-Fam, Garindo can stay. I just like to have a lot of running backs. No matter how many running backs we have at the end of the season, we'll only have one in week 18. Jalen, come on. Yeah. You might be right.
Yeah. You hear yourself now, Ronbo? I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to feed the narrative.
I'm trying to accept.
Cat. I brought it up to you yesterday that Kyle Shanahan is going to take a running back in the first round. Now you're trying to feed it to the chat like that's the right
move flag to go. Of Jalen for unsportsmanlike conversation.
Go,
Hey, you know what though, Jalen? The passing game. Have you noticed the best passing games that come from people who got a good running back to back them up?
Rambo, we need an offensive line.
We do. I don't want one in the first round. If that happens, I'm just mad as you.
No.
I said I didn't want it.
First round.
No. They'll be there. Ain't nobody going to draft no running back in the first.
No,
maybe.
You're right, Rombo. You're right. We don't need one. Because what we have been doing, whatever we've been doing, it's been getting us championships. So look, you know what? Let's do that. Let's not worry about the offensive line in the first round because we're 3-time Super Bowl champs right now, Rombo.
I know. You know.
Everything Kyle Shanahan's been doing has been going right. So let's not change anything.
Listen, we're not getting a running back in the first round. Although Jalen,
we ain't getting an offensive lineman too. Clearly.
Right, Jalen. You know what? You're right. They're going to get a defensive killer in the first round with that pick 11. They get no offensive lineman with that pick.
Rombo, defense was not the reason why this team was not successful this year. The offense was terrible.
Well, you had too many people out.
Rombo, you had McCaffrey, you had IU.
When?
No, those are the guys that were out.
You had Trent Williams out too.
That was like towards the end of the season, though. That was like week, 13, 12?
Trent, with his fat, Trent came in missing. You know what I'm saying? You can't, so with that offense, the way it works, you can't lose the wrong people off the offense because that thing works together. It's a machine that clicks and synchronicity. If you have the wrong people out, it ain't going to work. Well, this is the bad thing about Shannon's offense. When all the pieces are there, they can steamroll any defense. But if you got one or two people out,
Rombo,
it struggles.
Seasons, hold on, Rombo. For 6 seasons, we saw Kyle Shanahan have an offense without Christian McCaffrey. Why all of a sudden does
we did okay? No, that's the thing. We were used to playing with them. Deebo was the guy back then, right? And then you had Mostert. There's always been studs, at least one or two, that made the whole thing work. Now you can't take them all out and expect the secondary, the backups to do it. Unfortunately, every team's built that way, but this one, man, God.
Rombo, I don't want a defensive guy in the first round. I need an offensive lineman.
You'll get one. I'm telling you, go get one. Jelly, you know what? If we don't get don't get a defensive alignment in the first round, I'm gonna tell you, Jalen.
Don't need Rombo. We need a center. We need a guard. We need a tackle. We need to We need a left tackle. Why are you worried about a defense if we can't keep
No,
our
I'm just saying. I'm
quarterback
telling you what's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. They're going to go get somebody to help. We're tired of watching teams run all over us. And the quarterback,
No.
the quarterback's not getting enough pressure.
The quarterback get beat up and thrown to the ground in the Super Bowl, Ronbo. We've lost the Super Bowls because our offensive line could not hold up against a pass rush. Why do you not think that offensive line is the necessary move to go? Look at Jared Goff. Nobody touches him because Dan Campbell addressed the offensive line. But no, Ronbo, let's keep doing what Cal wants to do. Because for 8 years, it's gotten him Super Bowls. He damn sure it's gotten him Super Bowls in these 8 years doing what he want to do.
True. Can't argue. But, I do understand.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls, won 2 Super Bowls. Everything that he's done is led to him becoming a champion, Ronbo. So let's not change anything. Let's just keep letting Ty do what he wants to do. We'll just keep following sheep.
Yeah. Jenny, what I like is I know you're going to humble up. If we win a Super Bowl, I can see you already taking back some of the things you said. So what Jalen's saying right now, he's a little angry, and he has a right to be. But if we win, he'll be one of the first guys to say,
That's a 50% if. What if we don't though? If we don't?
No, then you're right. Everything you've laid out is absolutely accurate. No, I have no argument.
And now 10 years have been wasted on a clown.
Jalen, the NFL is hard. It's not like
it is hard.
Baseball
but when you got that
and basketball
on your roster, it makes it a little bit easier, Ronbo.
Well,
this man wasn't going out there playing with bombs. He said some of the best talent in the last 10 years, Ronbo.
Agreed.
He had Richard Sherman for crying out loud.
Sherman's one of the reasons why we lost that first Super Bowl, though.
Needed Ronbo and can't get the job done. Everything he's needed.
No defense can be offered. I agree.
Head Ronbo, D'Amico Ryan, Robert Saleh, Mike McDaniel. Everything he's needed. Can't get the job done. But let's keep letting Kyle do what he wants to do, Ronbo. It's going to get us a championship.
Jalen, just remember one thing, though. We've been in the mix for this entire last 5 out of 6 years, right? How many teams can even say that?
How many teams have had our roster?
Oh, yeah, but I'm still saying it's not as bad as it could be. I mean, we could be Jacksonville Jaguar fans.
The Jaguars ain't got our roster, Ronbo.
But what I'm saying is, and Kyle and John built that roster.
Yeah. And they're destroying it themselves.
Jalen, honestly, we do need to be a little more grateful. I'm not saying we need to appreciate everything, but we don't need to be so hard, do we? I mean, imagine if you were like, our division is not bad, but so many divisions. What if you're the NFC East supporting? I mean, Washington's just now coming into relevancy after how many years? MG, that was directed to you.
Nobody had any expectations for them, Ronbo.
Don't see what I'm saying. We're always right there knocking at the door. We don't get in though, but still, we're right there, boy. But anybody makes a mistake, we're in. We'll eventually win it.
It won't be with Kyle Shanahan, Ronbo. I believe that.
I know, but you still haven't given me a coach that you think is going to get it done, though.
I don't know, man. I'm be honest with you. I hope we can get Ben Johnson.
No, Benny's not coming.
Oh, come on, Benny. Come play for the Bay, Benny. It's nice weather.
He's on his way to the Chicago Bears. I don't know why he wants that misery.
Ronbo,
well, you know what? Johnson's smart enough not to want to go to the Jets. At least. we got to pull up.
We're going to get Saleh back, Ronbo. That's what needs to happen. We need to promote Saleh to head coach.
Anyway, Jalen, you're going to be delighted with what happens. When the dust settles here this year, you're going to have great, I mean, your anticipation is going to raise up 3 or 4 levels, all right? All right, fam. If I had a son, it'd be just like Jalen. I can just see it right now. He gets so mad he can't even talk anymore. Jalen, I'll see you Friday. Hey, there's participation trophies. Rams, boy, they could come up with some stories. They don't. You know how in the last 30
You couldn't hear
years.
anything I was saying?
No, we couldn't hear you. Oh, okay. You cut out. Jalen, we got to go though. Jalen. All right, Jalen. 49 Brian, come on in, fam. You know, participation trophies. Yeah, this is what kills with the Rams. They're done a little bit of something in the last 30 years. Ram boy, go check out and see who's dominated you over the last 30 years and beyond. You guys have got the cojones the size of Mack truck ball bearings. They haven't done diddly squat and talked more trash than the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Steelers, any of the really elite teams. They talk more trash than anybody. I mean, that is just bold. Brian, where you at, man?
What it do, player?
Sitting here having fun.
You know, Ronbo,
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where it's just these guys, these Lambs guys, they're just not worth the time of day to cry about anymore because they know they're going to lose this weekend.
I mean, they don't do jack. They got lucky 2-3 years ago, and now they won't shut the hell up. You can always tell a team that hasn't been there and hadn't done that. They just can't get over it. They really think they're good. After setting the record for the worst Super Bowl defense of all time, do you know how quiet I would be if we did that? Oh. But anyway.
Ronbo, it's comical, isn't it?
It's strange.
I feel like it's almost Comedy Central with those guys anymore. I'm watching Comedy Central.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We'll be back to beating them up next year, provided everybody stays healthy on the field. I mean, they actually do think they're good. That's what makes me laugh. Hey, but Brian, listen, you know what?
I was bringing to
Kyle's doing
But Ronbo, so let me get this straight. Papa Dragon wants Joy Taylor on the sideline. Did I hear right?
We need a
Or
distraction.
was he joking?
Joy would know. We need somebody
Well,
take the attention away from
do you ever listen to Jason Whitlock?
Oh, don't get me started on him. Oh my God.
Okay, I won't go there then.
Well, you know what? Go ahead. I was so glad when Whitlock stopped broadcasting. God, I wanted to choke him. But go ahead.
Okay, I won't go there then.
No, it's okay. I've gotten over it. He hasn't been on the air. I don't know. Jason got ran off or something. But go ahead, say it. I'm sorry.
Well, him and Marcellus Wiley got ran off, yeah. And they're saying it had something to do with Joy Taylor because they wanted, and I think Wiley's even thinking about doing a lawsuit or something.
Uh-oh.
So.
Wow.
It's really silly.
They gave Joy a show.
But, yeah, they think that Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley were let go so that she could have a show. So they're mad at her about it.
You know what? And you know, Joy knows how to leverage, I'll bet. She looks like one who might do that.
But my thing is, I don't want her on the sideline. I don't want a bunch of my 49er players going through divorces and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Papa's just joking. Joy and her bias against the 49ers is more than anybody can stand. I mean, Acho will be sitting there saying this, and this, and Joy could say, well, I don't think so. Well, my opinion is blah, 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 and bleep the 49ers. So, I'm saying, hey, Joy, what is your problem? Did Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, her problem is she likes Tua and she's a Dolphins fan. That's her problem.
Hey, she a Dolphins fan? I always wondered what her allegiance was.
Yeah, because of her brother, you know.
Ooh.
So.
That's right.
But, Ronbo, what do you think about this Warner stuff? Just so bizarre.
Wait, what Warner stuff? Fred Warner. Oh, his wife. Yeah, Sydney out there throwing going away parties. Well, see, it kind of worries me because She's not affiliated with anybody other than Dre. Why would she do that unless she got firsthand information as to what's going to happen?
It's giving me Brandon Ayuk vibes. It really is. You know what I mean?
But you know what? That means they're leveraging for money, and they don't think they're going to get it, because that's what Brandon's old lady was about.
Yeah, and I have no doubt that Dre's going to get signed, but they always go about it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
See, they can't do that this year. I hope they learned the lessons last year, Brian. I don't want to see all that lingering all into August and damn near September. The 49ers need to nip that in the bud. Stop with that.
Well, who runs player relations? I think we need to get Jalen or Big Show on that case. Slap these people into shape. You know what I mean?
Especially Jalen. Jalen gets really emphatic about it. I mean, he points out the error of the ways that whatever it is he's observing, and then he just goes off because he brings up solid facts to back up his. I mean, you can't argue with him.
No,
we have done far too much and not came up with the gold.
Well, we will. Ronbo, this year is going to be nuts. What do we have? 11 picks this year?
Yeah. If half of them are worth a damn, I'm going to be so happy. Last year was that way. We picked up some good players last year.
We did, and they drafted actually really well last year. You know, we just didn't do much with that offensive line, and you know, Jalen. Everybody thinks we're not going to go. I think they're going to get at least one solid guy. Don't you think?
On the offensive line?
I mean,
maybe more than that.
Yeah.
I just know that in that with that 11 pick in the first round, you go ahead and you get that pass rusher. If a Nick has somebody next to him, look out, because they can get a DT in a third round. In the second round, go ahead and get that offensive lineman.
Right, and then is Hargrave gone? He's done, right?
Hargrave's out. If he wants to come back and sign for less money, but 49ers are not going to continue to pay him that same amount of money.
Oh, they're going to pull up Eric Armstead on him because his contract's huge.
I know.
You know what I mean?
They've already said it. We're releasing him. Yeah. Did you tell him that yet? No, but we're going to call him later.
I wouldn't want to be on the end of that call. You know what I mean?
I know that. But a guy like Hargrave is too big. I think I'd rather call him before he comes, unless I got security guys that I could bring in that look like Britney Spears security guys.
If I was Devon Hargrave, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take a pay cut because I really didn't own up to my contract for the whole.
There you go. That's the attitude you should have. Because let's say he's still open to bringing him back if you could sign him for decent money. Put him on a prove it deal. Because Hargrave didn't do anything worth what he was getting paid.
No, and I would think I don't know how long has he been in the league? Like 5-6 years, right?
Hargrave? No, he's been in for a long time. Yeah. Hargrave is approaching about to call it a day. He's 31, 32.
Does he really think he's going to get? Does he really think he's going to get more money anywhere else if he doesn't take a pay cut?
That's true. I mean, and the 49ers know that too. They probably know they can get Hargrave back for less than premium prices too. You know, that's a good point. That's exactly right. They know they can get him back, but not at that price that he was getting.
Right, and then the other thing too is the Greenlaw. Do you think we should draft another linebacker? That's my worry because you know the run defense has been so bad.
Well, it was mainly because Dre wasn't there. I need an interior lineman too, though. I don't want them getting past the initial line of scrimmage because if Dre and Fred have to go over there and make the play, it's too late. He's already busted through the initial line of scrimmage. With that wide 9, though, it does provide an avenue for Dre and Greenlaw to work in. I mean Dre and Fred to work in, but you know it could be also a liability. So I don't know what we're going to do unless you got the right personnel. That could be a very dangerous thing. And you need 2 edge rushers. Nick is one, but the other one's not doing it. So we'll see.
Yeah. Floyd's been kind of a disappointment, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's not.
The wide 9 is not meant for everybody. But it's supposed to be for their advantage.
The big thing is to get our boy Brock signed, which I think will happen. But I don't foresee Brock's wife coming out and saying, well, we're packing because it doesn't look like they want him on the team. You know what I'm saying? It's so silly.
Brian, look, we gotta go. I love it.
Do you ever see the Purdy family doing that, Rombo? Ever in a situation like
the
that?
what family?
I don't.
No.
The Purdy family.
The Purdy family? No, I can't. Brock's, they're just not that kind of people. They're not going to do that. Brock just wants a deal to hurry up so he can get back out there with his guys. He's dedicated to the cause. That's why I love him to death. He'll get that done early.
And don't get me wrong, I love our 49er wives, but sometimes they just need to stay home and
be quiet.
Do their thing.
Yeah, just you don't have to stay home, but don't get on social media and do things. I don't even think that Dre knew about that. God, no, Fred probably didn't know about that. Anyway,
look what Kelly Stafford did. That was embarrassing to Matt Stafford. Come on.
All right, we're done. All right. I love the gossip.
I love you, man.
Love you back.
Love you, fam. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you later, buddy.
See you Friday. Bye, Brian. Every year we get out of control babes. They decide to come in. Well, I'm going to help them out. What are you going to do? I want to tell everybody we're leaving. Yeah, but the 49ers are still dealing with them. Well, I'm going to make them hurry the hell up. Boom. They go out and they put a video out or something crazy, like Sydney did. Sydney! Oh, do you realize the impact that had on thousands of us? We're all wondering, wow, where'd that come from? Especially your wife of Dre. Seahawks. How you doing, dude? Thank you very much. He says, we can't let the scam Rams, we're on the same page there. We can't let the scam Rams take over the NFC West, but we're humble. It is what it is. Seahawks, don't even worry about it. The Rams, this is a temporary condition. Stafford leaves, I suspect, within the next – he's cost them a fortune. If they don't go to the Super Bowl this year and win it this year, what is the point of keeping him? I ain't worried about the Rams. They got more troubles than they know. But Seahawks, thanks. We're done? Okay. Guys, as I just told Seahawks, don't worry about the Rams. Rams, they're going to huff and they're going to puff, but they're not going to blow the house down. There's just a lot of wind. I mean, there's really, boy, if they get beat this week, all the rhetoric they've been running, talk about a party. They'll still be running around, though. There's no boundary for this shame. They'll still be coming in talking trash. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You're not that good, Rams. You're okay. But good Lord, get over yourselves. Fam, I'll see you Friday. Thanks for the contribution tonight, fam. I'll see you Friday as we get ready to talk about we're going to do the Ram game now. Oh, yeah. We got to troll them people. Oh, we got to do it. I can't holler, fam. I just realized that there's something going on with my throat. I need a lozenge. Wait. Let me get one shot. Oh, God. No. Okay. Smooth. Have a good night. Fam, I'll see you Friday.